As you can probably imagine, I constantly get asked if I can review like cheap RC cars. I do also now and again get asked to review expensive stuff, but generally all the emails I get, all the messages I get is just for cheap stuff, because for the people that are selling them, it's easy to send out something that's, well, I mean, this is $55 retail. So to the seller, the same with this, is like 60 odd. To the seller, what's that? Probably 20, maybe $30. So it's cheap advertising for them. And I say no to way more than I say yes to. And this one, I think I've said no to it probably 6 or 7 times in the last, I don't know, month or two. Or I wasn't all that interested in it, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. And as for this one, it just turned up on my doorstep, and it's from LDRC, and I think they just send them direct to me from the factory. Never tell me what they're sending, they just rock up, and well, I've got a few of them on the shelf that I've not even looked at yet, including this one. The reason I said no to this one, well, the reason I say no to a lot of stuff is because if I don't think it's really fits into what I do, or if I think I've already reviewed stuff that's better, then I don't see any point in it. And I would love to review every single RC car out there, so you could see every single review and you could see what I thought of them. You could make your own opinion on whether you wanted it or not. I haven't got time to do 1-2 videos a day of every single cheap RC product out there, because let's be honest, there's something new every day. And as for these ones, they are very good, but this is about I think this is the 5th version with a different body on it. I did update it a little while ago, so I got one of the newer ones that was updated, but how many videos do you want to see of the same thing with just a different body on it? I've got a plan for this one. I'm going to try it later on in this video, so stick around if you want to see that. Let's see why everyone wanted me to review this one. I looked at it online, I look at everything. When people offer me stuff, if it looks relatively interesting, I'll check out videos if there's already... Come on, get out. If there's already been a video out of it, I'll check that out. And if I think it might be all right, I'll then say, yeah, go on then. If I'm not that interested, then, well, no thank you. Transmitter, very cheap feeling. It does have steering trim, and then I don't know what the middle one is. That's like throttle trim. You got a channel 3, a light button. Oh my word, more cones to add to my collection. I've got a lot of these cones. Some plastic drift wheels. I think it comes with plastic drift wheels. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Anyway, there it is. What is it? Is that a Charger? Challenger? All black. The windows, any stickers? No. There's not even any like stickers on the window. They're just like the same colour as the body. No real, well, there's a bit of suspension, but very toy grade looking. Extremely toy grade looking. Even the battery tray looks toy grade. Apparently it's meant to be quite good though, so we'll find out in a minute. It has got rubber mirrors, so they're not going to break off. Got some lights at the back. I guess we've got lights at the front. And like I said, it's $55, I think. So we've got the battery charge. Comes with this little 300 milliamp hour, 7.4 volt LiPo, so a 2-cell LiPo. Although interestingly, well, it's not really that interesting. In there, I don't know if you can see it, it says DC 3.7 volts. So my guess is, being that it's still got this like little steering adjustment on there, which would be for a non-proportional like toy. Non-proportional means the wheels go like all the way one way, all the way the other. There's no like variation in between. So my guess is this started as like a really cheap toy that was just probably non-proportional and not very good, and they've changed the internals so you can now run it on a 2-cell rather than a single cell, and it's fully proportional with a gyro. I wonder how much this was when it was like a even cheaper toy. Probably wasn't much different. Transmitter on, car on, flashing lights, got some red and blue front lights there. Got some red rear lights, and then we've got some blue flashy lights here. Let's see what this light button does. So there's a light button on a transmitter. Right, that changes your lights underneath. Well, there's certainly lots of lights. That's the last one, is it? That? Yeah, I think that was it, wasn't it? Does that do anything to them lights? No. Brake lights. And then there's your gyro. A gyro is going to try and keep it straight. So when it turns one way, it's going to try and turn it back into the skid to stop it from sliding out. I made a little drift track. I say a drift track, it looks nothing like a drift track because it's got lots of square corners, whereas a drift track should be a nice flowing one. But anyway, we'll see how it gets on around here. Right, there is a speed switch as well. I've got it all the way up. Doesn't, oh, and probably turn the gyro down a bit. So the more you turn a gyro up, the less control you have because it tries to keep it straight. 25% gyro. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's not too bad. Whoa. Not bad at all. Wow, not bad for a cheap toy anyway.
Suits and private accountants. Yeah. Summertime parties by the pool, we lounging. Then by night we out stunting on the main strip. Out of state trips, cars with the paint drip. How could you hate this? Jewelry in my chain, 6 cents. That's the life I wanna live. Show me the money.
Don't let my mad skills fool you. That edit took quite a while just to get the right shot. This is not that easy to sort of slide around something like this anyway. It's quite a tight track, but and it only wants to really go one way. It only really wants to go left. As soon as you go right, listen when I do a right turn. Can you hear it like vibrating? I think the steering's off, but you can't adjust it to get it central. I'd have to take it all apart. So it turns more that way than that way. You have to go a bit wider when you go right. Anyway, so it is not actually that bad. In fact, while we're here, oh wow, yeah, there we go. So it slides better on a concrete surface. Oh, that is better. Wow, what do you know? Yeah. Well, that's where it's at home, on a concrete surface. There you go. Well, we found its preferred surface. Let's go. Yeah. So actually, on the right surface is pretty good. However, for about the same money, you can get these. And not only do they look really cool, they're also fully adjustable. Adjustable camber, adjustable toe, adjustable caster on the front. They've got a better suspension setup. And I don't know whether you can just see in there, I converted this one to brushless. And it was relatively easy, which puts them in like the hobby grade category. This straight up toy that just drives really well. This, fully adjustable, fully tunable, looks awesome. And I'm gonna go and show you this one running in a second. I put a brushless in just to prove that you could do it, to show the difference between that and that. The brushless I put in it is actually designed for a crawler. And it came with a program card, but I didn't realise until I put it in that you can't remove the drag brake. There's quite a lot of functions you can't change, or they're all crawler specific. Because you can't remove the drag brake, on a drift car, I also forgot to mention, these are rear wheel drive. So what most people would class as a proper drift car. Anyway, being rear wheel drive, because I can't remove the drag brake, as soon as you come off the throttle, it pretty much locks the rear wheels up. So it just wants to spin round all the time. really hard to control. And as you're going to see right now, you don't need to change them to brushless. They drive really well. Look at that shot. That is a nice looking car. Super fast steering, pop-up headlights. You got reverse lights and you got brake lights. And well, yeah, you got indicators as well. So not done anything to this, straight out of the box. And it acts, why is it not going on this carpet? It's sitting too low. Sitting too low for the carpet. You can remove, there's little clips here. You take them off. And that give you a bit more ride height. There we go. So it drives like a two-wheel drive drift car. It's not as easy just to throw it into corners. It needs a little bit more finessing. Once you get used to how it drives, it's much more fun really, and you can do better kind of drifts with it, or proper drifts, rather than slides that you do with like a four-wheel drive. This thing acts much more like a proper drift car, or proper 1/10 drift car, should I say. So I've got a camera on the back now, giving a bit more traction to the rear, and it's drifting much smoother. Look, we can get right under here, look. Easy. So adding a little bit of weight to these makes quite a big difference. And for those that always ask me about my onboard shots, that is an Insta360 Go 3. You can get a Go 2 as well. They're pretty much exactly the same. If you weren't quite sure what I meant about the brushless one, well, here's the throttle. Look, if I come off the throttle, just instantly stops. That's the drag brake, and I can't find a way to switch it off. And it makes it almost impossible to drop. Well, it is impossible, look. See, I told you, I wasn't lying. It just wants to go around in circles all the time. Just, yeah, not worked out, this one. So there, told you. I wasn't lying. I completely messed it up by putting a brushless in. But you can get a brushless in, so get one that actually works, and it'll probably be quite a cool little upgrade. So I guess the question remains, is the Fairy FQD10 worth the money? If you've got kids and you just want something that's easy to throw around on like a concrete floor or wooden floor, kitchen, I'd say this is definitely worth the money. If you want something a little bit more tunable, a little bit more hobby grade, I would definitely recommend these. I'm going to throw a curveball in here. You saw the difference of a little bit of weight added. Well, this one is a die-cast body. It's metal. It weighs considerably more than these. So this thing drifts even better. And I'm not sure on the price, but I don't think it's much more than these. If you want to see a full review of that, then, well, click that video there.
Yeah. Yeah.